good evening, wherever you are watching from, good morning. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to go through 5 ways to actually how you can become more magnetic, feel less pressure, feel like that, you know, so I've had this experience, right, where I went to Dubai and I went on a solo trip. And when I went on that solo trip, I walked into this room, so I went dancing, and I walked into this room and I have never felt, and it's not like I walked into the room like, oh my God, like, look at me, da, da, da. I walked into this room and I've never felt so magnetic in my life. The fact that this one person at the bar went, it's not a bar, like it's, obviously you don't really drink when you're dancing, but this one guy who goes, bloody hell, you're like a human magnet. Like, I cannot believe how many people coming over to you. And I was like, I literally can feel this like energy field coming off of me and just like drawing people in. I can't even describe it. It's unbelievable. And it's the same when I speak at events. It's the same when I speak on a webinar. Like, I can get everyone involved in that webinar. So I've been on webinars where people are like, oh, my clients, they won't talk. They'll have all their cameras off. No one will talk in the chat. And I'm like, they will talk. They will absolutely talk. And it's just this presence that you have where it's like you're so authentically you. You're so just confident. You're just so not focused. Like, if your thoughts when you walk into a room are, oh, what are people going to think? Oh, I don't belong here. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm nervous. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. How are you going to walk into that room or on that call or on that stage? You're going to walk in like this, aren't you? And you that's all you're focusing on. But when you don't have those thoughts because you know you are good enough, or you know you belong there, or of course you do, you don't even have those thoughts, and therefore the thoughts don't create those feelings in your body of nervousness, doubt, da 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 da. So I'm going to go through today 4 or 5 ways of just things that you can checkbox of how to become more magnetic, more internally confident. And I don't mean the confidence of like, oh yeah, I can run half a marathon, I'm now really confident, or I've made 100 grand a month, I'm now more confident. I'm talking about take away all the external, take away everything that you've achieved. I mean like true like confidence. Like, you know, when, even for example, when people say, oh, when I lose weight, I'll be really confident. When I had an eating disorder and I was the skinniest version of myself, I was so unhappy. So unhappy. And there'd be girls in the gym who were bigger than me, and I don't mean big as in like, oh, they're fat. I mean just bigger than I was, because I was literally a fucking twig, like I was a stick, and they just radiate so much like energy and confidence. And there was I went to dance as well, and there was this girl, she had the biggest smile on her face. She, like, her hair was like scraped back in a ponytail. She's wearing like just really chill clothes. Like, some people dress up for dance, some people wear really chill clothes. Really chill clothes, like no makeup on, hair scraped back, bit sweaty. And like, she had the biggest smile on her face. Like, you couldn't not watch her. Like, she was so magnetic. And it's so true that like you could have all of the external, you could have all the makeup, you could have all the work done, you could have everything done, and you can still be so unhappy and still have so many negative thoughts. And I've been there. I've been at both ends of spectrums where some days I'll wear no makeup, but I'll just feel like alive, just feel like, I don't know, it's like a feeling of just, I feel attractive, like, but it's just a feeling. I can't describe it. It's a feeling. And I want to go through the 4 steps today of how to really truly tap into that feeling, that you just feel like magnetic. You just feel alive. You just feel, you know, they say one of the most beautiful things about a woman is a smile. And it's true. You could have the prettiest girl in the room who is so unhappy, and you could have not the most prettiest girl in the room who is so happy, but you will be inherently attracted to the smile and the joy, because it's your essence, it's your energy, it's just, yeah, and doing the work that I do, I see it now more often than not, because I that's all I look out for. I don't look out for it, but I can't help but see it. Is just seeing that energy, that radiate, and that joy. Those people who are really truly confident, they just radiate this energy, and I want to go through that today. So number 1 is this feeling of not fitting in, this feeling of not belonging. So I don't know, at school, for example, I had this very feeling that I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with the popular group. I didn't fit in with the pretty girls in my perception, right? And I had a very pretty friendship group that everyone's gorgeous. Like, I'm still friends with them now. And like, everyone's just really pretty, but I just felt, in my perception, I felt like an outsider. I felt like I didn't fit in. So I spent my whole life trying to fit in. Now, I just want to say one thing. Me not feeling like I fit in was the biggest blessing in my life, because had I not had that feeling, I would not have gone a different direction to everyone else. Because you see, when you have a belief, you play it out and you create it. So you create a reality that supports that belief. So people who don't believe they belong will create a life where they constantly feel like they don't belong because it aligns with their belief. So if you feel like you don't belong, you won't go and put yourself in a group, and you won't stay in a group because your belief is I don't belong. So you will spend more time alone. You will look for all the people who don't accept you for you. You will look for that one comment on the internet, that one person who didn't like your post, because it confirms that belief. So you live this life where you constantly put yourself in a position, like spending more time alone, or looking for ways that you're different, or using the language of I'm different, because it makes you feel like you don't belong, which, if your belief is programmed in your mind that you don't belong, you will always act in a way that supports that belief. We don't act in a way that doesn't support our beliefs. It's not normal for us. It's not familiar. So there I go. I don't fit in, right? But when I look back, I did fit in. Like, if I actually look back, I did fit in. I just felt like I didn't fit in. And I would actually act like I didn't fit in. So I would change myself. I would lose weight. I would get attention from my body because all the guys would just like them for them. And I felt like I didn't get any attention from the guys. I felt different. And I would try and change myself. So when I tried to change myself to fit in, the less authentic I became. And it's so true. The more I can't help but see it in people. They try and change themselves to fit in, when the best thing about them is the fact that you don't fit in. That is the best thing about you. Like, I can't even say it. Like, there's this one girl that I used to coach, and I still follow her now. She was trying to make this content where it's like everyone else. And all of a sudden I've seen a big change in her content where she's just being her weird, silly, fun self. And I texted her and I was like, this is the best content I've ever seen from you. I don't know why I felt a bit emotional. I was like, this is the best content I've ever seen from you. And she goes, why? I go, because you're being yourself, and it's so great to watch. I can see the joy in you. I can see the energy in you. You're just embracing who you are. And that authenticity, so from a subconscious point of view, as humans, we chase security, yeah? So the more authentic you are, the less you're trying to be like someone else. So basically what you have, if you have a set of, let me try and explain this well. You have a set of beliefs, right? Let's say you have 3 beliefs. I'm not smart enough, I don't belong, I'm not good enough. So you overcompensate because you believe that you're not smart enough. So if you're not smart enough, you'll overcompensate by trying to sound more complicated. The more complicated you sound, the stupider you sound, and the less authentic you are. So there's one example of you being less authentic because of your beliefs. I don't belong. If you have a belief that you don't belong, you will try and fit in. Like I said, I tried to change myself. I tried to use my body to get attention. I tried to change how I looked to fit in. So the less authentic I became because it supported this belief. I'm not good enough. You will chase avoidant people. So people who don't want you, people who pull back. Have you ever had that experience where you go chase them, they pull back as you're chasing them? So you pull back, they chase you, and you're in this push-pull cycle of avoidant attachment. It's a horrible cycle. I've been in it before. But again, you change yourself because you're trying to get the attention of that person. Or I'm not good enough, let me try and be a perfectionist. Let me try and make everything perfect. So you make this perfect version of yourself because you think when it's perfect, it will be enough. But then you're not being authentic. It's not the messy, it's not the quick, it's not the let's go, let's just do it and make it work, right? So when you have a set of beliefs, you try and overcompensate in different ways. And you can have loads of different beliefs. You try and overcompensate. And the more you overcompensate, the less authentic you are to who you are underneath, because you believe that that's who you have to be in order to feel enough, smart enough, good enough, worthy enough, pretty enough, attractive enough, whatever, like you belong, So the less authentic you become. So you build this sort of mask up of yourself where you're not being the real you. Is everyone following? Are you following? So then you attract people based on that mask, not who you are at heart. So you get attention and love, and well, it's not really love. Like, you can't truly connect with someone when they're not being themselves, right? So you get attention for this mask and love for this mask and whatever. It's not true you. So what I'm trying to say here is, the more the stronger your beliefs are, the more empowering beliefs you hold, like I am good enough, I am smart enough, I am this, I am, the more authentic you can be, because you don't need to prove. Like if I believe that I'm smart enough, I don't need to try and prove how smart I am. I just am smart and I just can say what I want. If I believe that I'm good enough, I don't need to try and, in fact, avoidant people in relationships would turn me off because I know I'm good enough. So why would I be chasing you? You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to overcompensate all the time. So you take that power back, you take that overcompensating behavior, you remove all of that, and then you just are you. You just be who you are. Now, the reason why that is attractive, the reason why that is magnetic, the reason why that is authentic and it just draws you in when someone's being themselves is because it shows that you are secure. And as humans, one of the top values that everyone has in life as humans is security. It's been measured over a mass amount of people where the top value is security. When I have enough money, I'll feel secure. When I'm in a loving relationship, I'll feel secure. When I can't move out of my house and go move away because there's too much security of what I have now. I can't leave a relationship because although it's painful to leave, I'm secure. I feel secure. Yeah? So the more secure you are, the more attractive you are. Number 2 is knowing your worth. When you know your worth, and I don't just mean, so I used to write in my journal like, I am good enough, I'm good enough, I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. And I'd feel this like kick in my stomach of like, no, you're fucking not. You're not good enough. And you know, and you feel like you're lying to yourself because the belief is lying. You're being controlled by your belief. But with this belief is, I don't mean on the days when things go well, the wins come in, you then feel good enough, because that means that you're relying on the external, the guy who's come back to you, the weight you've just lost, the whatever it is, to feel enough. Because then when that's taken away from you, you put a bit of weight back on, or the avoidant runs off again, or you have a setback in your business, then you don't feel enough. So then you're in this push-pull with all the externals. The external goes up, you feel worthy. The external goes down, you don't feel worthy. So your worth is now attached to the external going up and down. If you believed you were enough, you would stay here no matter what. So when the setback goes up, you're here. I know I'm good enough. Okay, cool. And when the setback goes down, okay, cool, I know I'm good enough. And you'd start seeing the world in a different way as well. You'd start seeing things in a different way. You would stop chasing things so much. You would stop finding evidence for all the ways that you're not enough. Oh, they've done that. Oh, that means I'm not enough. Or they've done that. Oh, I'm behind. Or they've achieved that. Or oh, look how pretty they are. Look how much weight they've lost. Look how much this, that. Comparison is just finding evidence for a belief that you hold. When you compare to someone who is ahead of you, it's because you believe you're behind. So comparing to them makes sense to that belief. Let me find some evidence for all the reasons why I am behind. Or when you compare to someone who can just articulate their value or speak with confidence, it's supporting your belief that you're not smart enough or you're not knowledgeable enough, because they can say it better than you. Better means I am not enough. Yeah? Or, oh, look how pretty they are. Oh, I'm going out with my friends tonight. Oh, God, I remember a time when I went out with my friends and I felt so insecure inside, and they're all getting pictures ready before we were going out. True story. And one of the girls goes, oh, make my legs look really skinny. And it triggered the fuck out of me. And I went in the bathroom and I felt like just crying. I didn't want to go out. And I brought that to my therapy session the next week. And she goes, yeah, but you're not fat. And I go, yeah, but I look in the mirror and I am fat. Like, how can you tell me I'm not fat? Now, I was not fat. Like, I was like this. And she goes, yeah, but it's not true. Like, you're inherently not fat. And I said, I look in that mirror and all I see is that I am fat. So your brain tricks you and it finds evidence for your beliefs, because I inherently did not believe I was good enough. And I only believed I was good enough when I lost weight, when I was the smallest version of myself. So, but that's subjective, because I lose the weight, I would literally have no fat on me and my belief's still there. So I've still got to try and find evidence. So I'm like, well, I'm still fat, I'm still not good enough. Yeah, because your belief is always there. It's like people who have money, you have loads of money, you still feel broke because your belief is still existing. Yeah, so you can have all the money in the world and you still feel like it's not enough because you don't believe you're enough without it. Yeah. So when you know your self-worth, and I mean truly, like, you've had that belief broken. So I had my belief I'm not good enough broken. Guess what happened? My eating disorder healed pretty much immediately. My relationship with food is better. I stopped chasing losing weight. I am now in the best shape, like body fat wise, of my life. And I don't even think about food. I ended that relationship that was avoidant attachment because I was actually like, ugh, like this is not for me. Like that's actually turns me off. Like the fact that you have to run away every time I get close, like no, that turns me off. And I transformed from someone who was so insecure, so like chasing, like avoidance, chasing, like feeling like such a failure, feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like nothing was ever enough, everything had to be perfect. Like my routine was so regimented on the dot, like perfect, but it has to be perfect. Like I used to get annoyed at my mum and dad when they would walk in the room and I was working and I was like, I'm trying to fucking work, like you're ruining my routine. Or, you know, an event would come up and there'd be food there and I'd be like, you haven't told me that there's food there, like I need to prepare, like I'm not prepared enough. And I'd get so anxious and so freaking like angsty and whatever. And the minute that belief changed, the minute I had that belief reprogrammed, and if you want to get that belief reprogrammed properly, you can check out the link below, is the minute my life changed. It's the minute my life changed. Like I was no longer a perfectionist. I just moved. I knew I was good enough. And you know when you're good enough, the way that you show up, oh my God, it's unbelievable. You're on fucking fire. Because you just know you're enough. Like there's no, oh, let me work really hard to try and make this work to feel like I'm enough. It's like, no, I'm enough. Let's go. Like let's just match that level. Let's just go. Like let's go. And everything worked out and it was unbelievable. So when you feel like you're enough, you don't chase so much things around you, and you just match that level of the external. You just match it internally. It's unbelievable. So number 3 is, how would your future self respond to things? So your patterns, your like stress responses to things, so like stress is fear. Like people say, oh, I'm just stressed. You're stressed because of fear response. Like what are you stressed about? Oh, I'm stressed that my people are going to leave. Okay, what happens if people leave? My business is going to collapse. What happens if it collapses? It's going to fail. If it fails, what will it mean about you? I'm a failure. So stress is, you know, as a response to that belief being triggered that I'm a failure if I lose it all, for example. So you have these patterns that you react out of. So someone says something to you and you react, or someone does something and you react. Something happens in your business, you react. Those reactions are patterns. So they're patterns because there is a limiting belief being triggered somewhere. So if I asked you, and I've asked thousands of people this question since coaching them, who is your future self? Who is your future self? And they'll go, oh, she or he, let's just go she for now. She's confident, she's calm, she doesn't react to things, she attracts things, she knows she's worthy, she knows she deserves it, she's got good energy, she's attractive, she dresses well, she has loads of energy. Yeah, and this is the same pattern that you'll see on everyone. They're wealthy, they're this, they're that, da, 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 da. Everyone's pretty much the same, but obviously in different ways. So we are wired to become the best versions of ourselves. We are generally wired because of survival of the fittest. From an evolutionary standpoint, the best version of yourself, the more resources you have, the more secure you are, the more trustworthy you are, da, 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 da. You display traits that a partner would want to mate with you, right? So we are all wired to do that. Now, when you have these patterns, it's a survival response. When I'm stressed, it's a survival response because if I'm stressed, oh my God, I'm playing out the worst case scenario, I'm going to lose it all, I'm going to be a failure, no one's going to pick me, I'm going to die. That's literally what your brain's doing. Or when someone pulls away and you believe you're not good enough, your brain goes, oh my God, they're pulled away, I'm not good enough, let's play that fear out to the end. They're not good enough, I'm going to be alone forever, no one's going to want me, I'm not liked, I'm not lovable, no one's going to want me, I'm going to be alone, and from a survival instinct, I'm going to be dead. Yeah, that's what your brain does. It's not true. You know that's not true. Rationally, we know it's not true. Rationally, we know you're good enough. But from a survival response, your brain plays out the worst case scenario. So and this is why I have a lot of empathy for a lot of people, because their patterns are just survival responses. And I get it. Like people chasing money, it's a survival response because you are then enough to be loved, right? It's fine. Okay. So even if those external things aren't aligned with who you are at your core, so you know that if you believed you were good enough, you wouldn't chase that avoidant guy, or if you believed that you were loved, you wouldn't push people away, or whatever it is, if that's not aligned with who you truly are, but you act in a way that is this survival response, that's because your brain doesn't care. It just cares about getting that thing because of what that thing will bring you. How are you going to feel when you have that thing? So even if this response that you have to everything is not aligned with who you are at your core, like people who get angry, I'm going a bit off track here. You get angry, it makes them feel significant. when I feel significant, I'm loved, or people listen to me, or whatever it is they get angry for. So when people get angry, it's just a survival response. It's not aligned with who they want to be. Of course it's not, but it's a trigger, it's a pattern because of these beliefs that you hold. So the minute you start rewiring these beliefs that I'm loved, I'm worthy, I'm good enough, the less survival patterns you play out, the more secure you feel, the less you're in this like, oh my God, like let's chase this, let's pull back from this, let's do this. So many people who don't believe that they deserve success or deserve money. What is the first thing that you would expect to see from someone who believes that they don't deserve money? They can get money. Getting money is not the problem, but they don't believe they deserve it. So when it comes into them, the first thing that they do is they impulsively spend, and they'll justify it because your brain needs to find subtle ways of you doing the behavior. So they'll justify it. They won't go and buy a house with that money. They'll go and buy little things, and eventually they get to the end of the month and all the money's gone. And they go, oh, I need to be better at saving money. But the next month comes around and the same pattern plays out. And you're like, why can't I just save money? Why can't I just hold money? Why can't I just, why do I keep, I'm such a bad spender. I'm just so bad with money. I'm such an impulsive person. It's my ADHD. That's what they'll say because their brain wants to justify it as that's who they are. So they act in line with who they are. But the reason why they're doing that is because they have a subconscious belief that they don't deserve it or they're not responsible. But let's just go that I don't deserve it. So the money comes in, they've worked really hard. They've worked really, really hard. They've grafted, they've got the money, it comes in, and they have a belief that they don't deserve it. A part of them, it's not them, a part of them, they don't deserve it. So their brain gets activated, the belief gets triggered, and it will send them into this behavior of spending all the money. Now, when the money's back low, they believe they need to work really hard to earn it to feel like they deserve it. So they work really hard, they feel like they've earned it, they feel like they deserve it. When it comes in, they're like, wait, that's not aligned with our beliefs. We don't deserve this. Let's get rid of it. The same happens with relationships. You work really hard, you try and impress someone so much, you chase them, they come in. Hold on a minute, this is too good to be true. We're not someone who deserves this amount of love. We don't deserve this. Let's sabotage and get rid of it. So your patterns are playing out all the time based on what you believe, okay? So I want you to think about what is your desired state. Like if you were to truly become like more magnetic, more secure, when you think about how you want to feel with the money, with the success, with the relationship, with the wealth, with whatever it is that you want in life, it doesn't matter what you want, everyone's different. How do you expect that will make you feel? How do you think you will feel? When you have that money, will you finally feel secure? When you have that relationship, will you finally feel loved? Yeah. But at the moment, the problem is you're looking for the external to feel the thing. And as I've mentioned to you, when the thing goes up and down, you still don't feel it. Or you can even have it and you still don't feel like you're loved. How many people do you know who are in a relationship that still are unhappy because they still don't believe they're loved? And they have to have their partner convince them that they're loved. Yeah. So how do you think you are going to feel? How do you truly think you are going to feel? Like just pick one or two key words. When I have this, I will finally feel, first word that comes to mind. Now, that state that you want to feel, we want to get you in that state on a more regular basis. So how can we have that state now before you have the thing? Because when you are in that state, when you feel truly loved, when you feel happy, when you feel alive, when you feel fulfilled, when you feel calm, how are you then going to respond to problems? Because if you have a problem and you're responding to the problem in the survival state versus the desired state, your response will be very different. Yeah, just like I said, if you believed you were good enough, would you go and chase that guy who doesn't want you? No, you wouldn't, because you're like, I know I'm good enough. Like, why do I need to chase someone who pulls away? Like, you just wouldn't. You'd want to attract someone who's more equally secure as you. So you would respond very differently. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to tap into that state as many times as you want. I'm going to give you some examples of how you can do that. So let's just say that you want to feel the state of fulfillment. Yeah. So you could either do a visualization in the morning of imagining your most fulfilled self, and you could find a visualization online or whatever it is. So you start the day feeling fulfilled, because the way that you're going to see the world and what you're going to focus on from that state is going to be very different versus when you feel the state of stress or lack or whatever it is. Another way of that is, what things can you do every single day that makes you feel fulfilled? Because you think you're going to be fulfilled when you earn £1 million, but how many people do you know who are rich and unfulfilled and unhappy? How many people do you know who are rich and depressed and take their own life? Because they're not fulfilled. So we don't have to wait to feel fulfilled. What are 3 things that you could do today alongside your building of whatever it is you're building to feel fulfilled? Could you actually take that half an hour off with your partner and actually enjoy it? Could you be more present with the people around you? What could you do? What are 3 things that you can do to tap into that state? So your desired state, take your desired state. What are 3 things that you can do to tap into that state? And the other part to that is, what beliefs do you need to get rid of? What beliefs are holding you back? What beliefs are like literally chaining you back? I'm not good enough. They always come back around. It's not when things are going well, always when the setback comes in, always when things go wrong, always when you leave a relationship, you leave a job, the limiting beliefs all come flooding up. What are those beliefs that are holding you back? And if you could remove those beliefs, what state would you be in? Yeah, that's what we want, because that's when things start to happen. So again, if you want to get the limit belief breakthrough, or take you through a whole belief breakthrough, and it doesn't matter if you don't know your belief, it's all in there. So now you're in energetic alignment with what you want. You make better decisions, you respond to problems better. When you're fully loved up in a relationship, what problems do you have? None. Everything's amazing. When you're in that new relationship and you feel alive, you feel like on it, you feel like you just feel so in love, you'll do anything for your partner because you're feeling love. Like, love is emotion you're feeling. When you feel love, nothing else is a problem. So the way that you respond to things will be so different. And what it does is it collapses your time. I'm going to move on. Number 4, living in accordance to your values. So I've seen this a lot. You'll get into a relationship with someone and it'll all work out in the beginning. It's all great. You're all loved up. You're in the honeymoon period. And then 6 months down the line, starts to go wrong and you start to realise, hold on a minute, this isn't the person I dated. Yeah, because you have different values. What do you value versus what do they value? You're now not getting the love that you want because you realise their value is success over love, for example. Or let's just say that your value is freedom, but you have a business model that screams, I'm not free and I'm trapped. But your biggest value is freedom. That's probably why you're so misaligned and unhappy. It's true. Like, you need to get to know your values. What is important to you? Not what do you think is important, not what should be important. What is important to you? Getting a list of your values and making sure that those top 3, 4, 5 values you are living in accordance to, you make decisions based on those values every single day, you will be more happy, you'll be more secure, and you'll be more yourself. 100%. One of my biggest values is fun. The more fun I have, the more money I make. The more fun I have, the happier I am. The more fun I have, the more alive I am. And when I'm in an alive state, everything is great. Everything is great. When I feel alive, everything is great. I need to worry about anything. There's no stress. There's no, like, the way I respond to problems, it's unbelievable. I feel magnetic. Things come to me. Things just happen. It's unbelievable. So what values do you have? Like, seriously, write down, like, what is truly important to me. Like, freedom is one of my biggest values. When I feel free, I feel alive. That's my motto. Like, when I am free, when I feel free, I feel alive. So everything has to come in alignment with that. If I can't go to the gym when I want, I don't feel free. If I can't jump on a plane tomorrow, the other morning I booked Barcelona. I woke up at 9 a.m. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go away today. And I booked it. That is freedom. It's not the most expensive holiday. It's not the most thing. It's freedom. It's true freedom. And the way to think about it is, when you were younger, what was a reason you started a business, or what was a reason you did something? What is the reason for that? So the reason for mine was, I want to have location freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom. And I want to help people. Those were my 4 things. So everything else doesn't matter to me. That's all I want. Yeah, when I feel that, I feel alive because it's in line with my soul. That was my biggest desire when I started. That was my desire. That's what I wanted so badly. I did anything for it. Like, I invested in a coach and it left me £3 in my bank account because I was so desperate to live in alignment with those values. So you don't want the thing. Like, I don't want money. I want what money represents. Money represents freedom to me. I only need money to a point that it makes me free. And that's all I want. I only need a routine that makes me feel free. Yeah, not too rigid, not too loose. It makes me feel free. Yeah. So the problem that we see with this is the internal conflict of values. I want success, but I want freedom. Success requires responsibility, but a big part of me wants freedom. That's the internal conflict. Yeah. Or I want success, but one of my values is to feel secure and I can't deal with rejection. So I have a conflict in values, security versus success. For example, I want freedom, but one of my biggest values is certainty. Okay, so you want freedom, but you can't let go of control. You're going to be in an internal conflict. So making sure that your values are aligned, you might have to shuffle some of your values around, but if you want to go and watch the internal conflict video on my channel, then you can, and we want to basically integrate those. When you sacrifice your values, you're out of alignment. How many of you have been in a relationship where you're like, I have become someone I don't even fucking recognize. I'm not myself. Yeah, because you've sacrificed your values. You've started living in accordance to their values and not yours. So even that is a great way to check, are your values you? Are they your values? And does everything in your life align with it? Your routine, your business model, what you want out your business, your relationship, your environment. Like, I need an environment that supports me having fun. That's why I go on so many holidays, because it's just fun. Yeah, I just have so much fun. That's what I want. I haven't decided where I want to live yet. That's my only problem. But the environment will have to be something that supports me having a lot of fun, because when I have fun, my energy is better, and there's nothing more magnetic than a woman having fun. I can't tell you that. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed, made loads of notes. Make sure you go and watch all the other videos, and the Limit Belief Breakthrough is below if you're ready to break those beliefs. And it's not just let me just talk you through how to break a belief. I'm good enough. If you look in the mirror and saying I'm good enough, then you failed. It won't work. I've done it, tried that. You need it to be subconsciously reprogrammed on a deeper level. If you've had therapy for 10 years and you come out of therapy and you still hold the belief that you're not good enough, it's failed. I don't care how much you've improved, it's failed. You still believe you're not enough. You want that belief fucking destroyed and broken. And that's what I'll do down below. So I will see you in the next video. But other than that, see you later.